Hello, it's 1:43 a.m. I'm high. When I get high, I get pretty concentrated, very calm, and I can concentrate at one single thing relatively effortlessly. I am not really neurotypical, therefore I react differently to some drugs than neurotypicals do. I got high because I am learning, and I know that the shit I'm learning is completely useless. So my brain is essentially preventing me from learning that. However, I was thinking about turning to dust, because you consist of particles and energy. Those particles can never be removed from the universe, they can be changed, for example, into energy and so on, but your energy will always stay in this universe, and it can literally become dust and dirt. It's very interesting to imagine the cycle of particles, like many dots that move all around. Then they form a human for a while that has his consciousness, whatever that bullshit is. He walks on another particles, on another dots, till he dies. Then he will be buried. Worms will eat him, and his particles will essentially become many different things. When you are doing work on your garden or field, you might as well be touching particles of people and animals, and you most likely are touching particles that were animals and people. And you know what they were? Also, stars. Because the very first matter that started to exist was fucking hot, and it formed stars. Then they collapsed, and from those particles planets emerged, and people emerged. And then we will most likely turn to dust again, unless we find a way how to preserve our civilization, either till the end of the universe itself, or even find a way out of this universe. Well, that would actually prevent the universe from being fucked one day. Nice. But still, even if the universe doesn't get fucked, then what is his purpose? Unless there is some godlike existence that would give purpose to this, cycle, to this process of universe, then it is essentially also pointless. And even if there was a godlike existence giving it purpose, then what would be the purpose of that existence? Unless this term is only our creation. Only we, as people, might have the concept of purpose, which would render this question, what would be the purpose of that godlike existence, completely nonsensical. It's very strange to completely leave your fixed terms and everything you think and just leave abstract thinking. It's very tricky not to get fixed on terms, on what you think, on your own bias. You must really leave this behind when you want to perform completely independent thinking. That would give you completely clear results, unbiased. Sometimes I'm even hoping that there is some godlike existence, but not the Christian God, he's a dighead, but something that you would actually really meet after you die, talk to, and he would say you something like, I don't know, okay, was it fun? You can now choose another life. You can even design your own, because who knows what abilities would you have after you're dead. In your soul form, basically. Oh, my brain now gave me another imagination, and it's this. When somebody dies, and you get sad and cry, then you are basically crying because there is no longer a certain formation created from particles and energy. But that energy and particles is still here. I don't think this is something you should say to people on a funeral, but you can. If you do, then please leave me in the comments what was the reaction of the people. And I'm thinking who would meet that godlike existence? if only you or all the people you knew, because they might be the results of your imagination. They might essentially be puppets, just formations of particles in a universe that only you are aware of exists, and they are basically zombies. Or even animals, or even items. I have this imagination that there are ideas very similar to those of Plato. Like there is an idea of you, idea of a rat, idea of a certain stone, idea of dirt, idea of that, blah 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 blah. The only question is what would make a border of an idea. Because, there is an idea of you and also the many ideas you consist of, like idea of liver, of stomach, of heart, of brain, of blood cells, whatever. Then maybe all ideas would meet that godlike existence, and all will tell him or her or whatever it would be that, okay, it was nice there, it was fun being a rock on planet Mars, but now I would like to be a rock on planet Earth in this reality. In this year, I would like to start exist and then just fall apart. Okay, dear idea of rock, now close your whatever you have for eyes. I will erase all your memories, and poof, you start to form on planet Earth. I would actually love it if this would be the case, because the idea of just getting born and then dying is a little dull. However, you can also imagine life as many various particles forming a certain form, full of energy that forms emotional or chemical bonds to another formations of particles and then ceases to exist. It's very interesting how one does protect himself or herself during their life, and then when they get old, like 60, 70, 80, 90, they get ready to leave, to turn to dust. It's usually when I listen to old people, then they are joking about that, like they want to die in 5 years or 3 years and they have already bought a coffin. It's interesting.